Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside the Ropes with Coach Mario. Coach Mario, owner and head coach of Warriors Pride Boxing Academy here in Miami, Florida. How you guys doing? Okay, if you're new here today, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell icon to stay updated with all things boxing. Today, we're diving deep into what it takes to become a successful boxer and what you can expect once you start training at our gym, Warriors Pride Boxing Academy, or any other gym, or if you have decided to give boxing a shot, you've been watching boxing, you're very thrilled about becoming a fighter, either just for the purpose of getting fit, or you want to lose weight, or you want to actually compete and become a professional fighter in the future, or an amateur competitive fighter. These are the things you need to know before you step inside a boxing gym or a boxing academy like Warriors Pride Boxing here in Miami, Florida. These are some of the questions that some people have, and I know there's a lot of people out there that are interested in taking up boxing. They've been watching all these boxers making millions and millions of dollars, but the path to becoming that great is arduous and it's very hard. So here you go, guys. This is what some of the steps that you need to do in order to become a fighter or to start training. Some of the things you got to expect when you go and start training for boxing, right? Boxing is one of the toughest sports out there. It's not just about throwing punches. It's about discipline, dedication, and an unwavering commitment to improvement. So if you're serious about learning the sweet science, here's what you need to know and do. Step 1, commitment to training. First and foremost, boxing demands commitment. You'll need to train consistently, usually 5 to 6 days a week. This isn't a sport where you can put in half effort and expect to see results. At Warriors Pride Boxing Academy or any other boxing school out there, the coaches emphasize a no shortcuts approach. All right, at least in our academy, there's no shortcuts, guys. There's no instant gratification. There's none of that stuff that you see nowadays that, oh, well, I want to step inside the ring immediately and spar. No, that does not happen at our boxing school. You're going to be pushed to your limits. That's where growth happens, all right? So expect a lot of no shortcuts type of training, a lot of hardcore fitness training, because that's the foundation to you becoming a better fighter. Okay, if you have no condition, you have no way of becoming a good fighter, right? So that's where we come in with step number 2, your physical conditioning. All right, physical conditioning is a crucial part of boxing. Expect a mix of cardiovascular exercises, strength training, and agility drills. You'll run, jump rope, and do countless rounds on heavy bag and mitts. Building stamina is key because a tired fighter is a vulnerable fighter. Remember, fights are won in the gym, not in the ring. And I tell a lot of guys, and this one thing that you have to know also, boxing is a lot of repetition in boxing. You're going to be doing a lot of things over and over again. And that's how you get good. So you got to be focused. All right, it's nothing in this world is easy if you want to become successful. And this is one of the toughest sports out there, if not the hardest sport, in my opinion. So you gotta have patience and dedication, and be commitment to work. Work hard when you're inside the gym. Step number 3, learning the fundamentals. Next, you'll need to master the fundamentals: footwork, balance, basic punches like the jab, cross, hook, and uppercut. We start with the basics because a strong foundation is essential for any successful boxer. You'll spend hours drilling these techniques until they become second nature. All right, fundamentals. That's what our class is called at Warriors Pride Boxing. We teach all the fundamentals of boxing. Proper stance, linear movement, lateral movement, footwork, defense. All these things you should expect when you're going inside a boxing gym and you start learning the martial art of boxing, which is the oldest martial art there is on the planet. All right, so expect, learning correctly all the fundamentals. You see a lot of fighters out there who are pro fighters and who have become champions who have not been taught the fundamentals right, or they just relied on their just athletic ability and everything else. I'm going to give you an example. Deontay Wilder, fundamentals are all over the place. He lacks a lot of fundamentals, and his coaches never actually drilled his fundamentals correctly when he started, because the guy has such amazing power, and that he could neutralize somebody with one punch, that they say, hey man, this guy doesn't need to change anything. And that habit becomes a bad habit. That lack of fundamentals become a bad habit later on, and you've seen what has happened to his career because the lack of fundamentals. He's a guy that doesn't want to listen to his coaches. He needs yes men around him. So that's one of the things. You got to find a coach that keeps it straight, that is a straight shooter, that tells you things how they are, and you got to listen to your coach, to your coaches, and they know how to maximize your opportunities and how to teach you correctly and how to guide you the right way. All right. All the ideas you have in your mind, you have to empty your all these ideas that you have in your head when you go inside a boxing gym. It's going to be totally different, guys. All right, so let's continue. Step number 4, sparring and ring experience. All right. Sparring is where you'll put your skills to the test. It's controlled, but it's as close to a real fight as you can get. You'll learn how to read your opponent, how to defend yourself, and how to stay calm under pressure. Remember, getting punched is part of the game. It's how you react and adapt matters. And I tell every student that comes in and they ask me this question, hey coach, when can I spar? I said, when you learn the fundamentals. It's not one of these places where you go inside the ring the first day, the first week, the first month, and start throwing wild punches. No. You got to learn how to walk first, crawl before you walk in a linear fashion, know how to use angles, pivoting, how to move your head, how to slip a jab, how to parry a punch, how to weave under hooks. All these things you got to learn, how to keep your hands up, how to throw a correct punch. You don't even know how to throw a jab. And I've had experiences where I had students that have left my gym because I did not want to risk their health. Even though it's a controlled environment, it's controlled sparring and everything else, is they don't understand. They want instant gratification. I'm going to tell you a little story. All right, a short anecdote before I continue. I had this kid. He must have been maybe 15 years old. He was a little overweight, and his dad, thought he was like, had all this great ability. The kid is still learning. He had been with us for about 3 months. And the dad asked me on a particular day, hey, how come you're not having my son spar yet? He's been here 3 months, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, your son is not ready yet to spar. So he said, oh, well, I'm paying you. This is what he said. Well, I'm paying, I want to see him spar, blah, blah, blah. And I said, oh, okay, all right. So I called him immediately. I said, called his name. I forgot his name. This happened a couple of years ago. And then I had one of my little more advanced students. I said, listen, just jab this kid. Just jab him, all right? Just touch him upstairs, downstairs, just touch him. See, if he's moving his head, if he's parrying, nothing hard. Go soft on him. Let me tell you, this didn't last. I think it lasted like 2 minutes. All right, a minute and a half, something like that. The kid, first of all, was getting hit constantly, and they use protector, headgear and all that stuff. Constantly in the head with a jab. He would jab him to the head. One of my other students, jab him to the head, jab him to the body, jab him upstairs. Throw straight punches, touch him, upstairs, downstairs. The kid got tired. The kid got embarrassed, the other kid, and he quit. before the first round was over. He goes, "Oh, I don't know what happened to me." And he told me afterwards. I said, "You know what happened to you? That you're not ready. And I told you, you're not ready." They never came back. And this is the problem with this issue, all right? You have a lot of dads, a lot of parents, a lot of kids that are expecting everything fast. That's not the way it works in boxing. And I'm gonna tell you, in my academy, there's so many people that come with that same mentality. And once they realize how hard it is, they quit. Boxing has a high attrition rate. People quit. They can't stick it out. I had girls, I had guys, a little bit young adults, and they quit once they see how hard it is. How much dedication you need to put into it in order to get to that level that you want to have. And that's the thing. You gotta have that hunger. And not too many people have that drive, that hunger, that motivation, that discipline to stay focused and to continue training and learning as much as they can. There's just a few guys, and this happens everywhere, guys, in every sport. There's only a really small percentage of people that actually go to the extra mile and put in the effort, put in the discipline, the commitment, and everything else in order to become successful. All right, those are the guys that make it all the way to the top. All right, let's go to number 5. Step 5, mental toughness. Boxing is as much mental game as it is physical. You need to stay focused, disciplined, and resilient. The psychological aspect of boxing can't be overstated. You'll face setbacks, tough opponents, and challenging training days. It's your mental toughness that will carry you through. That's what I was talking about. You have to have mental strength. You gotta be committed. If you don't have commitment, and that's why I tell the guys that come over and they try a free class, I sit with them later on. I sit with the parents sometimes. So these are young guys sometimes. And I tell them, hey, listen, you gotta be committed, guy. You have to be disciplined in order to achieve this. So go home. Oh no, I wanna sign up. I say, just think about it. Just go home, talk to your parents, and I expect the same for your parents, We have a lot of people that their parents tell me, oh, well, he's done football, and he's done basketball, and he's done this, and he didn't like this, and then he went over here, he didn't like that, and I said, well, he's got a quitting mentality, your son. And that's the fault of a parent. Can't let your son quit. I remember when my kids were growing up, I have 5 guys, men and women there already, all right? 3 men, 2 boys. I have a major in the Army. He was a pro MMA fighter. I have a captain in the Army. My oldest one served in the Marine Corps, non-commissioned officer, and I have 2 daughters, and they're doing great. And they're tough women, really hard, strong women. And I remember when they were little, they wanted to do, a sport. For example, I want to do karate, Papi. I want to do taekwondo, and all the kids, they're like a ladder, one a couple of years apart from each other, 1 to 2 years. And I was saying, all right, if you're getting in, you're not getting out. I would not let them get out. I said, you're screwed. And I remember Puerto Rico, it was 5 days a week, they're training, 5 days a week. And I would drive them over there. I would stay in their class. I would say, okay, on the way back, I said, you did this wrong, you did that wrong. You got to listen to your sensei or whatever. And these are the way I raise my kids. You see that lacking in today's society, and you got to be honest with yourself. If you are a person, you're a young person, and you're committed to this, and you're quitting every single thing, trying to find what you're looking for, you got to give it a shot. You got to give it time, right? Boxing takes a lifetime to master. All right, guys? All right. Step number 6, nutrition and rest. To perform at your best, you need to fuel your body properly. Good nutrition, adequate rest, and are non-negotiable. At Warriors Pride, our academy, we guide our fighters on maintaining a healthy diet and stress the importance of recovery. Your body needs to repair and strengthen, so sleep and rest are crucial. I need it correctly, all right? None of that fast food crap, all right? Try to lower on the sugars and the carbohydrates and all that other stuff, and you'll be able to feel better, more healthy, have more stamina, have more endurance. When you eat properly, it's like what they say, you are what you eat. So this is very important, guys. Okay, step number 7, dedication and passion. Lastly, you need passion and dedication. Boxing isn't just a sport, it's a lifestyle. You have to love it, live it, and breathe it. The journey is long and arduous, but if you stay dedicated, the rewards are immense. You'll not only become a better fighter, but also a stronger individual, both physically and mentally. Now that you know what to expect, once you join, for example, our academy, Warriors Pride Boxing Academy, first you'll have an initial conversation with me. We'll discuss your goals, your background, and what you're looking to achieve. I'll be honest with you about the challenges ahead and the no shortcuts training regimen you'll face. Our training environment is tough, but supportive. You'll train alongside dedicated fighters who will push you to your limits. The camaraderie and mutual respect in our gym are unmatched. You'll be part of a family that encourages and supports each other through every punch, every round, and every setback. You'll start with the basics and gradually progress as you improve. We'll focus on all aspects of boxing, from technique and conditioning to mental toughness and strategy. Our goal is to help you become the best version of yourself, both inside and outside the ring. So if you're ready to take the plunge, dedicate yourself to the sweet science, Warriors Pride Boxing Academy is a place for you. We're here to guide you, challenge you, and support you every step of the way. Remember, guys, this is not only in my school. I know a lot of coaches and a lot of trainers that have great programs. All right, so if you're a person that doesn't live here in Miami, doesn't have access to maybe coming to our academy because of the distance, whatever, find a place. You can write to me in this on the comment section, and I'll reply to you. I know a lot of trainers, good coaches out there, very good friend of mine who have great programs, and they can help you achieve your goals as far as boxing, as far as conditioning, fitness, losing weight, all this other stuff. So don't just feel that it's only me who's doing this. There's a lot of people out there with a lot of great schools that are doing great work for young people that are starting the sport of boxing. All right? Okay, guys, that's it for today's episode. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share with anyone interested in boxing. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more content from Inside the Ropes with Coach Mario. But until next time, see you soon. God bless you all. Remember, champions are made, not born. Train hard and stay dedicated. God bless you all, and peace.